Students, this is the Visual Basic ID you can see on the screen. You can see that this is the title bar. The name of the project is project 1 by default. I have not saved the project, so it's showing project 1. Below that is menu bar and then the toolbar. This whole thing is the toolbox from where you will be selecting the controls and putting on the form. This is the form and this is the form window. On the right side you can see this is the project explorer where you can see the name of the project and the name of the form. Once you save them, those names will appear over here. Below this is the properties window. Whatever control is selected, that controls property will be displayed here. Right now there are no controls. Form 1 is selected. This form 1 is selected, so you can see the name of the form over here as form 1. Okay, you can see the name property also over here, form 1. And this is the form layout window. So now if you want to start preparing your application, you can enlarge the form size. I'll show you one simple application to enter your name and display a message. For that you'll need to draw one label first over here. Click on the label control, draw a label here. Okay. Once you have drawn the label, what you want, you have to change the caption. Now see, my label is selected, so label 1 properties are displayed here, and here you can change the caption property. Just click over there and remove whatever is written. I'll write over there student name. Okay. If you want, you can enlarge the size. For that you need to go to font size. Okay, your font option is there. Click on font. This font dialog box will appear. You can change the font size to, I'll make it 15 suppose. Click on OK. Can you see the font size has changed? Similarly, draw one text box to enter the name now. Okay, you can enter the name here. Now I select my text box is selected. So see, the name of text box has come here. Properties of text box are being displayed here, and you can see the name property of this text box over here is text 1. Now whatever is written inside the text box is the text. Okay, text property. On the label over here, this is the caption property what is being displayed. Okay, using the caption property you display the name on the label, but inside the text you have to enter the text, so the property is text. So when you run the form, this text 1 should not be displayed inside the text box. So for that you need to remove that text 1 from there. So go to the text 1 property. Okay, this is the text property of text 1 box. Remove this text 1 what is written over here. When you remove this, the text box becomes blank. Okay, so when you display the form, it should be blank. I want to display a label over here. I'll click on label again. Now this one was label 1, and this I'll draw a big label to display a message. So this becomes label 2. Can you see the name of this label? When I click, I've changed the caption. I haven't changed the name of the label, isn't it? So the name of the label was label 1. Can you see over here? It is label 1. Only the caption I have changed to student name. Now this is label 2. If I click label 2, the label 2 properties will appear over here. The caption property, I don't want any caption on this label, so I'm going to delete this caption. Okay, the label will be blank, but the name of the label is still label 2. So remember student, the difference between name property and caption property. The name property is the name of the control, whereas the caption property will be whatever will be displayed on the control. So text box does not have a caption property because there's nothing to be displayed on the text box. Whatever is there inside the text box, we are entering the text. That is why text box will have text property, but it is not going to have caption property. So this main difference can be asked in your exam. What is the difference between label and text box? So you should remember the caption property. Now I want one command button over here. Click on the command button. I'll draw the command button to display the message. Okay, so I'll change the caption of this command 1. The command button default name is command 1. Now these names also you can change, children, but I'm not changing over here right now because I don't want you all to get confused. So at present, when we are beginning with Visual Basic Programming, we'll use the default names only. Okay, so the first command button over here, so the name of the command button is command 1. But I want the caption to be changed. So I'll remove the caption from here. I'll make it display because I want to display a message. Okay, and then again you can change the font size if you want. Right now I will not waste my time in that. I'll draw one more command button over here because I want to use it to close the. I'll change the name of the command button, that is the caption. From here I'll change it, I'll make it close because I want to use this button to close the form. Okay, so now what I am going to do in this form, this application is for entering the name and displaying the message over here. Okay, so now you want to write, when should this happen? This should happen when I am going to click on this command button display. That means for this command button I have to write the coding. When I click on this command button, the name over here, whatever name I have entered in the text box should be displayed on this label. Okay, so to write the codings for this display button, double click. When I double click on it, this code window opens over here. Now you can see over here, this is the procedure. This is the procedure for what? Command 1. I'll decrease the size of this so that both the windows are visible. So if you remember, the name of this display was what? Command 1. And we go inside the code window over here. You can see this procedure is for the command button. Means when you click, see the event over here is click. You can change the events from here. There are so many events available. Okay, but usually we use the click event only, so we will use click event. So when you click the command 1, what should happen? What should happen? It should display the message over here, whatever message you have given in the text box. Okay, whatever you have written inside the text box, it should display on label. What is the name of this label? The name of this label is label 2. Can you all see in the properties window? The name of this label is label 2. So on label 2, the name should be displayed. And which property do we use to display something on the command button or label? We use the caption property, isn't it? Right now the caption property is nothing, it's blank. So we want to change the caption property, means label 2's caption property we want to change. So you have to mention label 2 over here and caption property. So I'll write over here label 2. Now when you write the property, you always put a dot before it. So you have to write the name of the control. The name of the control is label 2. Put a dot over here. And after dot, you have to put the property, which property you want. You can type over there, but I can see my caption property is coming over here, so I can select also. It's gone. I'll again put a dot and I can bring back here and I'll click on caption. Okay. So label 2 dot caption. What it should be? It should be equal to what? Whatever is there inside this text box. And what is the name of the text box now? Text box name is text 1. Okay. So in this text box, now in this text box, whatever is written, which property you will use? To make it blank, I had used text property, isn't it? So similarly, to write the text also, text property. So always, whatever is the content of the text box, the property will be text. So text 1 dot, I will put text. Okay. So text 1 dot text. Can you see now? That means on label 2, when I click on command 1, what should happen? The label 2 caption property should become whatever is there inside the text 1. Whatever text is there inside text 1 should become the caption of label 2. I hope you all have understood, children. It's very easy. When I click on, again I'm explaining, when I click on the command 1 button, what should happen? Whatever text is there in text 1 text box, that text should be placed as caption of label 2. Okay, so our coding for this is complete. Now if you want to write the coding for close button, again double click on it. When you double click on it, the procedure appears inside the code window. This private sub is very important, student. When you start the procedure with private sub and you end the procedure with end sub. So can you see over here now command 2, because this is my command 2. So when you click the command 2 button, what should happen? The form should close. And to close the form, the command is end. Okay, this is the command to close the form. Now I'll run the form and show you. Can you see over here run menu is there? You can click on run, or you can press F5 key also. After clicking on run, you have to click on this start. So we can execute the form. Can you see now? This is our form. Okay, we are in the run mode now. Before this, we were in design mode. Now you enter your name over here. When I enter the name, and I'll click on display. So my name appears. If I want to change the text, I can change the text. Okay, and I click on display. Followed, children? Now if I want to close the form, I'll click on close. So my form gets closed. Now suppose if I want to display a message using the name. Suppose I want to say welcome. Okay. Using the name I want to say welcome. That means this is the name going to appear from the text box. Before that I want to put welcome over here. What I'll do? Now welcome is a string. It's a word. Isn't it? So I'll put it inside double inverted quotes. Welcome. Close the double inverted quotes. Now see. Now there are two parts of the string over here to be displayed. Welcome and text1.text. Now this is written inside double inverted quotes, and here text1.text content will be appearing. So these two need to be separated using a ampersand sign. If you don't put ampersand sign, it will give an error. Okay. So now my codings are clear over here. Now again I'll run the form. I'll use F5 key. I'll press F5. Okay, when I press F5 key, my form appears. Now again I can type my name over here, and then I'll click on display. Can you see? Now there's no gap between welcome and my name. So for that you can close it. Okay, and you can put a space after E over here. Okay, now again run. You can use this button also. Again type the name. Click on display button. Can you all see? So this way you can display a message. Okay, children. If you want to save this, what are you going to do? You are going to go to File menu. Click on Save Project As. Okay. Or you can click on Save Form As also. When you click on Save Project As also, it's going to ask you to save the form first. So I'll write the name of the form as, by default form 1 is coming. I will change it. And what is this form? To display message. So I'll write message. Okay. I'll save the form. It will ask you to display the project. Okay. You can see as soon as I've saved the form, my form name appears here. And the form will have the extension .frm. Now project name I'll give standard 9. Okay. So I'll click on save. So my project is saved by standard 9, and inside that project my form is saved by the name message.